tokens, which is an open source authentication solution. It provides SDKs for runtimes like Node and Python, allowing you to quickly self-host a fully featured authentication system. With support for OAuth providers, password
began developing his potent political views, his liberal views being saturated by his parents and the students around him. During Galois' first term, students staged minor rebellions due to their belief that the newly appointed head...
Under our microscope. That large dark oval you see there taking up the upper left corner of the screen, that is the Daphnia egg. But we're not really going to talk about Daphnia today because as previous...
From the California area, that's Cal State Disneyland. We are about 3 to 4 miles away from Disneyland. What makes Cal State Fullerton even more connected to Disneyland is they both opened in the same...
...that have been turned inside out. Much like our noses can pick up the chemical signals of a fart wafting in the air, these rhinophores can pick up chemical signals in the water. This is...
Connect with me on Twitter at Lex Fridman, spelled Fridman. And now... here's my conversation with Bjarne Stroustrup. What was the first program?
Covered in shadow technically weighs less than surrounding areas being pushed by light. But enough about the sun. There are 3 astronomical bodies that can cast
of a mathematical microscope. In this video, we will see how to build exactly this kind of tool, called the Wavelet.
At our website at everydayastronaut.com, and there's a link in the description to that article. Rocket engines. Too cool to melt. But how? Let's get started.
Fixed and dried. And all that processing happened automatically within the probe while it was still in space. Then, 6 antennae mounted on the outside of the probe transmitted...
toothbrushes or utensils. Some people can be infected and carry the disease without showing symptoms or getting sick, which helps the disease spread quickly to others.
The Pleistocene megafauna that would have been in this area of the country during that time period. Now we're going to move farther back in time in the collections to the Cretaceous period. Okay.
Was not even requested by NASA. The obvious explanation for this increased sense of urgency is the space agency's declared aim of creating a moon base by the end of the decade, which is challenging.
Panels and storing it in traditional lithium batteries isn't the only way to go. Between some tried and true methods as well as recent R&D projects, there are interesting ways to directly store the sun's photons as heat or in a chemical form, like that liquid.
Art. Creativity brought dinosaurs to the cultural forefront, while these drawings, paintings, and sculptures.
You might even see ice crystals which have formed. The Lava River Cave is located in north-central Arizona, where it is 14 miles or 23 kilometers northeast of the city of Flagstaff. This lava...
So I think it does. I think this is called Gabriel's horn because the Archangel Gabriel is often pictured with a really long horn. But this is infinite. It is important to remember that this horn goes forever. But of course, it's going to be infinitesimally small.
Environmental work that needs to be done. Either way, the environment is not going to go away, even if we want it to. It's always going to be here, and we are going to be facing increasing risks of climate.
A discharge measurement, the other half will stay here and do water quality. This little device, you're going to put in the width and the depth, and it'll measure the velocity. And now you're going to go set.
Snail inside a shopping mall aquarium. The good news is it doesn't have any teeth, so I think we're safe from the skeletons.